Down in the beautiful south of France, a series of cycling events is totally shaking things up. It's called the 727 series, and it's built on a really simple but powerful idea. It's all about exploration, not exploitation.
You know the feeling, right? For so many of us cyclists, the pure joy of riding is kind of being overshadowed by these insane entry fees and super crowded, repetitive routes. That original spark of adventure, that feeling of real discovery, it feels like it's getting lost in a sea of corporate logos. But you know what? It really doesn't have to be that way.
And the 727 series is the living proof of that. It's been built from the ground up on a completely different philosophy, one that puts you, the rider, the community, and the raw beauty of the landscape first.
Okay, so this is where the 727 series really truly stands apart. While so many big events are all about the finish line, the 727 spirit, well, it's all about the journey itself. For just 35 euros, get this, you get access to brand new, expertly designed routes every single year. And you get an atmosphere that's all about shared adventure, not who's on the podium. It is a fundamental and honestly a super refreshing shift in priorities.
Now, this unique spirit didn't just pop up out of nowhere. It was actually born from a specific journey and a very clear, intentional philosophy that put freedom and just making things accessible above everything else.
So the whole thing started with the founder, Thierry Crouzet. He went over to America, experienced these non-competitive, community-driven grassroots events, and was just completely blown away. He brought that spirit back to France with this brilliant open-source idea. Just create incredible routes and share them freely for anyone to ride. This idea grew into the 727, named for set to set, and then they partnered with a local club to make sure it was a pro experience that was still radically affordable. All right, so now that we get the philosophy, let's talk about the adventures. For 2026, the 727 series has 3 totally distinct events, and they all kick off from the charming village of Poussin, which is just a stone's throw from Sète and Montpellier.
So here's a quick look at the 2026 calendar. In April, you've got the POU 100 gravel event to get the season started. Then in May, it's the original 727 VTT mountain bike adventure. And to round things out in September, we've got the G727 gravel, which is for anyone who loves that long-distance off-road exploration. There's truly something for every kind of adventurer here.
First up, on April 4th, is the POU 100. It is the absolute perfect way to stretch your legs after a long winter. It offers these fast, fun gravel loops of either 100 or 250 kilometers. It's just a fantastic taste of what this incredible region is all about.
Then on May 8th, it's time for the 727 VTT, which is really the heart of the series. Every single year, there's a completely new 727-kilometer route, and it's always packed with over 25% of some really challenging and rewarding single track. There are shorter options available too, but that core spirit of rugged, beautiful exploration is always there.
And to close out the season on September 26th, the G727 gravel is for the long-distance purists. This one is all about pushing into new territory. The routes change completely every year, and the 2026 edition is actually set to explore the wild tracks leading down towards the Spanish border. How cool is that?
But you gotta understand, these events are so much more than just rides. They are an exploration of a place. The routes are basically a love letter to the Hérault department, which is one of the most geographically diverse and absolutely stunning regions in all of France.
You aren't just covering distance here. You're on a true journey through all kinds of terrain that never, ever lets you get bored. I mean, as the organizers themselves say, exploring this area by bike is a guarantee of a constantly changing landscape.
Seriously, just picture it. These routes can take you from the salty air of coastal lagoons through this fragrant garrigue scrubland and then right up into the tough, rewarding climbs of the Black Mountains. You'll ride across ancient volcanic plateaus, you'll cross the vast Larzac, and you'll just stumble upon these secret valleys with absolutely breathtaking views. It's a geological and visual feast.
So you're probably wondering, okay, how do I get in on this?
Well, the logistics are as refreshingly simple and down-to-earth as the philosophy itself. 35 euros. That's it. That is the actual entry fee for a professionally supported, multi-day adventure with a completely unique new route. In today's market, that price is, well, it's almost unbelievable, and it just speaks volumes about the 727's deeply rooted non-commercial spirit. So to wrap up the key details, everything kicks off from Poussin. And remember, the routes are always new, so every single year is like a world premiere. And maybe most importantly, this is a self-supported adventure. It's not about who's fastest, it's about sharing the journey, the views, and the whole experience together.
And that really is the main idea, isn't it? The organizers provide the canvas with a fresh, new route each year, but the story, the adventure, that's yours to create. It's a powerful invitation to rediscover what cycling can be, just pure, unadulterated exploration.